Dear students, this lecture is in continuation of what we have done earlier on photochemistry. We have already done lectures on basic chemistry, then Norris type 1 reactions, Norris type 2 reactions, beta cleavage reactions, dipymethane rearrangement, Paterno-Bucci reactions. So we have covered many of the topics on photochemistry, or that is why this tutorial has been made on basically the tutorial will be on Norris type 1, Norris type 2 reactions, and the typical problems which will be solved during this lecture. They are Norris type 1 and 2, Paterno-Bucci reactions, dipymethane rearrangement, and beta cleavage reactions. So main stress will be on the first two topics, and for other two topics we will have another tutorial in the next lecture. So first problem is what will be the products of reaction when androsterone is irradiated with UV light followed by treatment with water. Now first of all you must know the structure of androsterone. Androsterone is a steroid having this structure where you are having a ketone group present at this position, and adjacent to this is this beta methyl group present, and this position is unsubstituted position. So we know that means this is having a 5-membered cyclic ketone ring which will be undergoing reaction under photochemical conditions. So what happens is and this, because of the presence of this beta methyl group, is an unsymmetrical carbonyl compound, and it will undergo Norris type 1 reaction with alpha bond cleavage. Now if we are to see the alpha bond cleavage, this carbon is alpha to the carbonyl, and this carbon is also alpha to the carbonyl. Now either cleavage can take place at this place or at this place, but cleavage will always take place at more substituted position because that will give a more stable radical by cleavage. So that is why the cleavage of this alpha bond will take place. So when cleavage takes place at this point, that means these are the two radicals which are formed. This carbon will have one radical and this carbonyl will have one radical. And as we know that this photochemical reaction is a reversible reaction, so what will happen now, this beta bond of carbon methyl, this being a single bond, can easily rotate and it can change its position from beta to alpha, and then recyclization can take place. So such a process will lead to the formation of an aptamer of the androsterone. So 13 epiandrosterone can be formed. So when photochemical radiation of androsterone is done, that means one of the product formed will be 13 epiandrosterone. And second product is that when this radical has been formed, so now this carbon is having radical by breaking of this bond. So when this bond breaks from here, H radical will move from this position, and one electron remaining over here, this will go to this place, and one electron from here, they will create a carbon-carbon double bond. So ketenes, they will be formed, and the H radical which has been removed from here will get attached to this carbon. So this H radical will go to this place and a ketene will be formed like this. And as the condition is there is water present in the reaction mixture, so that water will react with the ketene through its nucleophilic oxygen atom. This will add to the carbon oxygen double bond, and overall products will be carboxylic acid. So that means the photochemical irradiation of androsterone will lead to the formation of two products. One is this one, 13-epi androsterone by epimerization, and this is by alpha cleavage of this bond, and then the formation of ketene, which will lead ultimately to the formation of carboxylic acids as the product. Then second problem is the mechanism for the formation of this product from camphor. So camphor is 177 trimethyl bicyclo 221 heptane 2O. So when this is photochemically irradiated, this will be converted into this type of aldehyde, acetaldehyde derivative. So what happens here is, again, if you see this camphor, this is a bicyclic ketone where this ring is a six-membered ring on which this ketone is present. And these six-membered ring ketones, they will also undergo Norris type 1 cleavage. That is, alpha cleavage reaction will take place. And again, as you have seen in the first problem, that more substituted bond will be cleaved because this will give a more stable free radical. So here this free radical, alkyl free radical, and this acyl free radical, they will be formed by alpha cleavage of the camphor. And then again the hydrogen which is beta hydrogen to this alkyl free radical, that will be abstracted. So H radical from here, H with one electron will go to this acylium ion. So intramolecular hydrogen abstraction will take place from the beta carbon of the alkyl radical. So this H radical will get attached to this, and this will be converted into aldehydic group. Whereas one electron from here and one electron from here, it will create a carbon-carbon double bond like this. So at 1 and 2 position, there will be a carbon-carbon double bond. And if you see the overall picture, then this 5-membered ring is there. So that is why I have given numbering to this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. To 5 we are having 2 methyl groups. So this is 5, we are having 2 methyl group, and to the 5 is attached 1. This is 1 having methyl group, then 1 and 2 they are having double bond, then 3 and then 4. So this is how you will get 2,2,3 trimethyl cyclopent 3 in 1 aryl acetaldehyde as the product. And overall reaction is Norris type 1 reaction, where alpha cleavage of the cyclic ketone takes place, and this alpha cleavage is followed by intramolecular hydrogen abstraction. Then third problem is what will be the product when bicyclo 221 heptane 2-one is irradiated with UV light in vapor phase. So this condition is very important, that vapor phase photochemical irradiation is to take place. So in this also you must know the structure of this compound. So this is the structure for bicyclo 221 heptane 2-O, and this again, if you see, this is a 6-membered cyclic ketone. And when uh, this is photochemically irradiated in the vapor phase, again what will happen? Cleavage, alpha cleavage will take place. This is again a Norris type 1 reaction. And again the cleavage will take place at a position which will give us more stable radical. So that means this bond will cleave in preference to this bond. So we will get this type of biradical. Now when the reaction takes place in vapor phase, then decarbonylation takes place. This will be removed as carbon monoxide. So minus carbon monoxide will take place, and this radical will be converted into radical at this place. So one electron from here and one electron will go to give you carbon oxygen triple bond in the form of carbon monoxide will be removed, and we will get this type of biradical, and they will form a carbon carbon double bond to give us this type of product. Bicyclo 210 pentane will be formed as the product. So overall reaction is by bond cleavage, alpha bond cleavage, or Norris type 1 reaction. Sorry. Fourth problem is the mechanism for this reaction. This 1,4 diketone is converted into this type of tricyclic ester. So what happens is, if you see the structure of this diketone closely, then this is alpha carbon, this is beta carbon, this is gamma carbon, and orientation of this gamma carbon is very much inclined with this oxygen. So the first step will be gamma hydrogen abstraction uh, from the excited diketone. So when this is in the ground state, when UV light is passed, this will become excited. That means this will be having one electron at this carbon, one electron at this oxygen, and then H free radical from here will be shifted to this oxygen, and we will have a free radical at this place and a free radical at this place. So this biradical will be formed by gamma hydrogen abstraction, and this carbon will form a bond with this carbon to give us this type of intermediate product. And then in the second case, alpha cleavage will take place at this carbon bond, because this will lead to the formation of a more stable radical in preference to cleavage of this, because this will give a primary free radical, whereas this will be a secondary free radical which is more stable. So alpha cleavage of this bond will lead to the formation of this biradical, and then intramolecular hydrogen abstraction will take place. This H radical from here will be shifted to this, and aldehydic group will be formed. Then this oxygen will be having now one electron, and this will form a bond with the oxygen. Sorry, this oxygen with one electron will form a bond with the carbon of the carbonyl, and this H free radical will go to this carbon free radical. This will become CH2, and an ester linkage will be formed by attack of the oxygen free radical at the carbonyl free radical, and we will get this type of ester, cyclic ester or lactone as the product. So this is how this substrate is transformed into this substrate through photochemical irradiation. Then is problem fifth. What will be the major product of photochemical irradiation of 2-allyl cycloheptanone? So this is the structure for 2-allyl cycloheptanone. And here what will happen when this is irradiated with the UV light? In the excited state you will have this free radical and this free radical. This type of free radical is formed. Then this oxygen free radical will attack at this carbon, is will use one electron from here and one electron from here. Carbon oxygen bond will be formed. So that means now we are left with one electron over here at this terminal carbon, and one electron radical is present at this carbon. And then this carbon and this carbon, they will combine to form a this type of carbon carbon bond. And then this beta hydrogen will be abstracted. H radical from here will be shifted to this oxygen, and one electron from here, one electron from here, they will form a carbon carbon double bond. So this is how we will get these types of unsaturated bicyclic alcohols as the product. Then is sixth problem. Uh, Here, if you see this substrate A and substrate B, they are same except the conformation at this position. Here, this is an axial bond. Here, this is a equatorial bond. So position of oxygen is here downwards, here towards this side. So this is alpha, this is beta, and this is gamma. If we see this conformation, when this is photochemically irradiated, then the excited carbonyl compound will have one electron at oxygen and one electron at this carbon. And then this gamma hydrogen, which is in vicinity of this oxygen, is abstracted very easily. So this will become OH, and a radical will be created at this gamma carbon. So this is how you will get this type of biradical by gamma hydrogen abstraction. Then this radical from here, this bond will be break, this carbon carbon bond, one electron from here, one electron from here, they will create a carbon carbon double bond. And one electron from here will go to this place, one electron from here, this will also create a carbon carbon double bond. So that means two carbon carbon double bonds, they are created by breaking of this carbon carbon double bond. One is here and one is here. So one is this carbon carbon double bond and other is this carbon carbon double bond. And if you see this, this is an enol. So keto-enol tautomerism will take place. This will become keto and this H will be shifted to this place, and you will get this type of aldehyde as the product. Sorry, this type of ketones as the product, and carbon carbon double bond will be present at the terminal carbon. So these are the products when this group is at the axial position. Now the product when this group is at the equatorial position. So now what happens is, if you see this, now this hydrogen is not in the vicinity of this oxygen. So when excited ketone is there, then this type of radical has been formed, and this hydrogen is not in the vicinity of this oxygen. So gamma hydrogen abstraction is not preferred. So instead what happens is that because isopropanol is being used as the solvent, then hydrogen is abstracted from the solvent. That is intermolecular hydrogen abstraction takes place. and this H radical gets attached to this oxygen, so we will have this free radical. Then when H radical is removed, that means this will be the radical remaining. Then again one more H is shifted from the OH to this place, and we will get this type of alcohol as the product, and isopropyl alcohol will be converted into acetone. So one hydrogen from here, one hydrogen from here, they are shifted to these two places. Oxygen will become OH, this CH free radical will become this one. So this will be the product. So you can see that by changing the position of this group, the product formed is different in this case. Then is problem 7. Uh, this bicyclo compound alkene on reaction with benzophenone, what will be the product form? If you see this, you know the alkenes they react with carbonyl compound to form oxetane rings, and the reaction is known as Paterno-Bucci reaction. So here what happens is that in the first step the Paterno-Bucci reaction gives us this cyclic product. Oxetane ring is formed, but this oxetane ring is an unstable because of the presence of two phenyl groups which are bigger groups, so it breaks like this will form a carbon oxygen double bond, and this will form a carbon carbon double bond. So we will get unsaturated aldehydes as the product. Instead of oxetanes, we will get these types of products. And again, this is a 5-membered ring which is attached to aldehyde group and an unsaturated side chain. So unsaturated aldehydes, they are formed from the reaction of this bicyclic alkene and aryl ketones. The next is the product formation in these types of ketones which are having a methylene group at the alpha position. So here what happens is if you see the structure of this compound, this is alpha, this is beta, and this is gamma carbon, and on gamma carbon we are having a gamma hydrogen. So in the first step after excitement, a gamma hydrogen will be abstracted, this will be transferred to this oxygen, and this type of biradical will be formed. And this biradical can either form a carbon-carbon double bond at this place, and we can have this type of product formed by simple carbon-carbon bond formation by these radicals. And second thing is, because of the presence of this methylene group at the alpha position, one electron from here, one electron from here, it can make a carbon-carbon double bond, and CH2 will be having the free radical. So this will be converted into this type of biradical. So one electron is present at these two positions, this carbon having two methyl group, and other electron is present at the methylene group which is present at the terminal position, and then this will form a carbon-carbon bond with the terminal carbon atom where the single electron is present, and we will get these types of enols as the intermediate products. And these enols, they undergo ketoenol tautomerism, and we will get these types of ketones as the product. Then is problem 9. what will be the product in the following photochemical reaction and how the product is formed. Again, if you see the structure of this compound, this is alpha carbon, this is beta nitrogen, and this is gamma carbon. So that means gamma hydrogen abstraction will take place in the excited state, and we will get this type of biradical, and then this carbon will join with this carbon, and this type of four-membered ring containing nitrogen will be formed. So this is how we can synthesize four-membered cyclic rings containing nitrogen. Then last is uh, what type of product is formed from this ketone and what is the mechanism of formation. Now if you closely see this compound, this is having two types of carbons where we are having gamma hydrogens. So gamma hydrogen is present at this carbon also, and gamma hydrogen is present at this carbon also. But the gamma hydrogen abstraction will preferably take place from this carbon because this is in close proximity with the carbonyl. That is why the orientation of this hydrogen is much more in proximity with the carbonyl. That is why gamma hydrogen will be abstracted from this carbon. That means radical will be formed at this carbon, not at this carbon. So after gamma hydrogen abstraction, we will get this type of biradical, and then breaking of this bond, carbon carbon bond, one electron from here will go to this place, one electron from here, this will create a carbon carbon double bond, one electron from here, one electron from here, they will form a carbon carbon double bond at this place. So this type of intermediate will be formed, and if you see this, the structure of this is an enol. So ketoenol tautomerism will take place, and this will be converted into COPH. And this is a five-membered ring containing carbon-carbon double bond. So this is the structure of the product formed by photochemical radiation of these types of bicyclic ketones, where ketone group is present on the side chain. Thank you very much.